Black Box Coffee, a coffee shop and fine art gallery in Dearborn that sits on the corner of Monroe and Village Drive. The family-owned business is run by retired engineer and IT leader Ray Alcodray, his wife Lisa, and daughter Sarah.
The Black Box Gallery is a concept that started back in about 2017. We started in June of 2018 at our first location. We opened this in October of 20. When I was coming out of the corporate world, the family and I were talking about some passion projects and things we might undertake. After a list of about 100 items that all got voted down by the family, the art gallery coffee shop concept came up, and it was a yes all the way around. So with 3 years under our belt, the market has taught us a lot. The build out here, most of the build out was actually designed by me and built by me. So when you visit Black Box and you see the coffee counter and you see the lighting and the heating and cooling, and you see the stand-up counters, that's all something I designed and built.
After a successful career in the corporate world and 3 years building Black Box Coffee, the Alcodrays understand what it takes to be successful entrepreneurs.
Ray, if you had 2 or 3 tried and true tips for someone who might be interested in wanting to open their own coffee shop art gallery, and they had no idea where to start, what would the first, second, and third thing be that you told them they needed to do?
The first thing is, for any business that somebody is interested in going in, I'd want to make sure they have a passion for what it is they're getting ready to undertake, because it can always look fun and exciting on the outside. Any business, you know, I'd love to run a restaurant, I'd love to run a coffee shop. Yeah. And you picture yourself in there, but you need to know that running a business is hard work. So make sure you have a passion that will drive you and keep you interested, so that you can have fun in this thing you're undertaking and it doesn't turn into a burden. Go visit coffee shops, not just in Detroit. Get in a car and go to other states. Seek out what other people are doing and start formulating in your mind the vision of what your coffee shop would be. Number 2 would be write a business plan. So I know that sounds like I'm teaching, Business 101 in college or something here, but the reality is, if you don't have a plan, it's hard to execute. The plan is basically a framework. It doesn't have to be 100 pages long. It could be, in this case, in this business, I wrote a 14-page business plan. And then the third thing is if you don't have business acumen, if you've never run your own business, you've never tried to put together a financial plan, an investment plan, a return on investment type plan, then seek people who have. Don't mortgage the house and take all the money in the bank and think, I know how to do this, because somebody said you could. Because there will be people who may really pat you on the back and love your idea, but it'd be good to get some qualifying voices that are trustworthy, who may be able to mentor you as you start, because you will have challenges.
If someone is going to operate a business smoothly, what are maybe 3 key factors that you would say they need to take into account to be able to achieve that?
There's an idea to alleviate the stress for yourself, right? Like, allow yourself to enjoy the ride as you're managing. So the team is equally important as every other detail of the business. So taking your time to hand select people who participate in a way where they take care of the space just as much as you do, even though they don't have that stake. If you create a place that you're passionate about, people see that, people want to help, and people take that upon themselves if you find the right group. And that dynamic is really important. Being intentional about who you're working with, suppliers and other things. We focused a lot on being local because there are so many things that could go wrong in just transportation itself, of getting goods here, of getting art here. Giving yourself the space to not be burnt out. A lot of self-care. I know that might sound silly, but that's super important. The business is going to reflect everything that you are going through, It's a projection of yourself, everything that you do is. So if that's your job, it's coming out that way as well. If you're stressed, if you're worried, if you're tired, I think that people notice.
Ray, your daughter is going to take this place over and do wonders with it. What's next for you?
So for me, it's seeing that opportunity to really let go of the reins and know that what we created, because she's part of this creation too, I might have come in it with more business experience, more corporate experience, having tried things that she hasn't tried yet. And that's a contribution I've made.
Yeah.
But the contribution Sarah is making is helping her dad understand how to find that space to enjoy life a little bit more. The thing we all are working for. We talk about it all the time, but can you get there?
Watch One Detroit, Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
You can find more at onedetroitpbs.org or subscribe to our social media channels and sign up for our One Detroit newsletter.